Hello. Welcome again to 5 Minutes with Pastor Lawrence Hayes. I thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all your prayers and support. Appreciate everybody out there that's watching today. I know God's got a plan and purpose for your life. But as I was thinking in 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse number 18, it says, "So we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but what is unseen. Since what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal." Most of our life we live by the way things look and the way things seem. Sometimes we'll look at things and say, "God, why are you doing this to me?" Because we can see what we're approaching, but we don't see the unseen, which is God going to help us through and give us a testimony. A lot of times we fix our eyes and give up so fast because of what we see, and we forget that we're supposed to fix our eyes on what is unseen. So many times you can look at in your bank account, or you can look at your problems in life, or you can look at your Mondays, or you can look at your Tuesdays, and you can see the problems that are coming, and you fix your eyes on that, and you think, well, how can God love me? Look at what I have to face. Look at what I'm going through. So many times what we see takes our joy because we expect it for whatever it is, and we see it, and we say, how can God bring happiness out of that? And I believe that sometimes things ain't always what they seem. Sometimes we give up on the day too soon. Sometimes we give up so fast because of what is seen, and we do not fix our eyes what is unseen. There was this tale that somebody had told me one time that two angels were walking here on this earth, and as they were getting to nightfall, they knocked on this door of this man who was very rich. And they said, "Can we stay here tonight? We have no place to sleep." The man had money and had a big house, and he said, "Well, I'll let you sleep in the basement." The basement had no bed, it had no mattress. They made him lay on the concrete floor, and they put these two angels there. And as the night went on, the older angel got up and went to the wall because there was a hole in the wall, and put its hand on the wall, and the hole fixed itself. Well, the next day they started on their journey again. As they were walking, they've come to another house that was very poor. It was a farmer. And they knocked on the door and they said, "It's getting nightfall. Could we stay?" And the farmer and his wife came and said, "Yes, you can stay. Anything we have is yours." And they fed them. In fact, they only had one bed, and the farmer and his wife said, "You can have that bed tonight and we'll sleep on the floor." Well, when they woke up that morning, the farmer and his wife was outside crying over the only cow that gave milk had died. And they were in the field crying. And the younger angel looked to the older angel and said, "I don't understand. The man that had everything gave us nothing. And you fixed his problem. And the one who gave us everything, you caused a problem." And the older angel looked and said, "Things ain't always what they seem. Because see, behind that, in that hole is where the rich man kept his treasures. And I made sure he'd never get his treasures again. And last night the death angel come to take the farmer's wife. And I said, you can't have her. Instead, take their cow." Things ain't always what they seem. A lot of times we only look at things for what they are in the natural, and we never fix our eyes with their supernatural vision. Even as Elisha and his servant came to him and said, "We're surrounded. Why would God do this to us? We're surrounded. They're out there in horses and chariots." And Elisha was not stressed. He went and he prayed and he said, "God, open up his eyes that he may see." And when the servant walked again and looked out, he saw that there were horses and chariots and fire round about them. There was more for them than that was against them. But his first instinct was, let's give up. There's too many people against us. I believe what the Bible says, if God be for you, who can be against you? So whatever you're going through today, I know it's easy to say, you don't see what I see. You don't face what I face, Pastor Lawrence, but let me tell you this. There is a God that says, if you'll look deeper, if you'll look harder, I promise God will turn it around. I love what Joseph said, what was meant for evil, God has turned it around and made it good. Wow. Can we believe that today? That whatever we face, we will look for God in our problems instead of looking for a way out of our problems. Because God can come in the middle of what you're facing and turn it around. So today, whatever you're facing, just take a minute and smile and say, "God, I trust you. And I believe whatever I'm facing, you're going to work it to the good. And I'm going to trust you.